Well, I've been procrastinating again. Let's look at my week and see what we've got accomplished. So this last week has been a really busy week. I did finish 2 videos, so I feel really proud of accomplishing that. I hope you enjoyed the other 2 videos. First one was just an introduction of what this channel was going to be, and the second one was just introducing you to Felix and what was going to happen on this channel, how he helps me do the quilting. Today I want to talk about how my videos are going to be moving forward. I think I want to have 2 different types of videos. The first video, I want to have a weekly check-in for my procrastination, develop some sort of accountability for myself. That's what I'm going to do in this video. The other video, I haven't decided how I'm going to do it, how often I'm going to do it, but I think I'm going to include videos of the projects I'm working on, the various things that I go through with different projects to just kind of show you what goes on behind the scenes. Some of my business things possibly. We'll just kind of wing that, I think, for right now. But I think the most important part is doing this accountability weekly check-in. I am a big procrastinator. One of my favorite things to do, though, is to write lists. I have notebooks upon notebooks where I start lists, and then I start another list in a different notebook. And then I can't remember where my project list is because it's in one notebook or another notebook or on a refrigerator magnet pad, like the grocery list. I love those too. I love writing in ink. I love the process of setting up. The following through is not very good. So I've been procrastinating again today with my projects, but I think I set up a process that will help me visualize what is the most important things that I need to have done, the things that I need to take care of. I need to plan my time a little bit better. I need to know immediately when I'm ready to do something, what is it that I need to be working on first. I know right now that I need to be working on my t-shirt quilt for a customer. I have the piecing yet to do on it. I have a little bit of time, but I have been putting it off a little bit. The procrastinator in me, though, has found like 18 different things that I could be doing that have been procrastinated long enough that made me pull out 6 quilts here. I have them stacked up on Felix here. These are all quilts that I've done. They're finished. I just have to put a binding on them. And so I've whipped them all out. I was going to start making a binding video today. And I'm like, this isn't the important thing to do. I should be working on my customer quilt first. I started with a spreadsheet on Google Sheets and to help me keep track of my projects. I think that's a good way to kind of keep track of my projects. I can keep track of due dates, when I receive customer quilts, when I need something for them, I need maybe extra fabric, or I need customer input, or for my own personal projects, I need to order fabric or whatever I'm working on. So I think it's a good place to have that. However, I actually have to go to a computer and open up that screen to look at it. And that's not very conducive to having something really easy to log into a computer and to look at my list of things to do. So I decided to make myself a bulletin board, something like a cork board with Post-it notes on it. In the business world, this is called like a Kaizen board. It will help you organize your projects, keep things in the forefront, and so that you know exactly what you need to work on. So let me show you mine. Here is my Kaizen board. I had printed canvas print that I had hanging on my wall that I'm going to actually put this back in my office area. Right now I'm in my studio filming this. But I wanted to show you this here in some decent light that I'm gonna have this hanging by my office desk. I have 4 categories here for not started, in progress, on hold, and completed. And as you see, my in progress section is pretty full, which is okay. But I like this process because there's only a certain amount of room for having works in progress. And I think that's great because maybe if I have things in my not started that I'm interested in working on, that I don't start it because my in progress is already full. So I really like this system. Then you'll see that I have these color coded. The orange are for my client quilts, and my client projects. The pink are for my personal projects and my personal sewing projects. And in the green is for the pattern writing projects that I have. I have, as you see, one t-shirt quilt here. I have some charity quilts here and a personal quilt of my own that I'm working on, and I can show you videos about that later. And then I have my quilt pattern writing projects here. So this one is actually the quilt itself, and this one is actually writing the pattern and having it published. So you'll also see that my client projects are at the top of the board. That's because I want to make them my priority projects. So any projects that are most important will be at the top of the board here. Additionally, I wrote a date on this client quilt because this date has a due date. So I want to make sure that I'm writing this due date on my client project tabs. And that is my Kaizen board. So for each video that I make for my accountability, we'll include looking at the Kaizen board here to make sure that I'm staying on track. We can work with what was going well for me that week, what was not going well. We can celebrate everything that I've accomplished or make changes. And nothing on this board is permanent. Everything could be changed. We don't have to be rigid in our process. We can be very laid back. The idea is that we are just going to get it done. And that is better than having it stuck in a pile of quilts like these here, poor guys here. Thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed my content and finding out how I'm going to present my accountability process. I will see you next week. If you are interested in learning more about my quilting services, make sure you hit the links in the description below. That'll take you right to my website. Also, if you don't mind, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. That will really help people get to see my content. And make sure you hit the bell so that you get notified when my new videos come out. I appreciate you all and have a great week.